Hi viewers, welcome to video 15 I think. We're in the middle of winter now. I've got all my filling done on van. I've just got to rub it down. I've got to rub it down and throw some paint at it. Now I'm absolutely miles behind where how far I should have been. It should take about a week to get a van into paint, but all my viewers who live in UK will know. I can't remember the last time we had a dry day. It's absolutely rained on and off nearly every day for months now. Now this should have been finished, but obviously it ain't. But by end of this video, this van will be painted no matter what. It's nearly Christmas, so all I've got to do now is take that bottom grill out and throw some paint at it. Top's already painted, as you know, so it's starting to get there, but rubbing down and getting something like straight panels, filling, because I'm not a filler. My filling is absolutely horrendous, but I've managed to get it as close as I can to being right. I've just spotted another bit what needs some fine tuning. But for an homemade garage paint job, it's going to be right. I've managed to get, during bad times when weather was too bad to do out, I've managed to get glass in that window, glass in that door. That's an absolute pain in the arse to do. It's my pet hate with these sort of windows, rubber sealed windows. Absolutely horrendous. Painted that door handle and put door handle on. But by end of this video, alt van with a bit of look at wind behind me will look like that door. So all we can do is hope and pray that I'd like to get this this van painted for Christmas. I'd like this to be my Christmas video, and all we can do is get stuck in and see what happens. Right, I'll get back to you when I've made a bit more progress. See you shortly. Hi viewers, we're back on van again. I feel like this channel's turning into a weather programme, weather forecast, because all I do is complain about weather. But for the last 2 months it's either been windy or bagging it down with rain, or both. And because I've got to paint this van outside, I've just been held up. So today I'm going to try and get top at van done. Try and get it painted in white. We're all masked up and ready to go. Really, it's too cold and there's too much damp in air, but I'm that desperate to make a start because there's just no happening. While van's been stood, it's got a bit incontinent, but I've sorted that out. Rocker cover gasket had decided it had been a rocker cover gasket long enough for too long, so I've changed that, bought another one. 20 quid for epoxy rubber gasket, can't believe it. But anyway, it's done and it's cured my leak. So I'm going to stop waffling now, and I've really got to crack on. I don't know how long weather's going to hold, but it's not looking good. Too windy and too damp, but I'm that desperate I'm going to have a go. Right, I'll see you shortly. Well, that was a total screw up. My side panel, what I painted, and my engine flap, they come out absolutely brilliant. But what happened, Evans opened and we've got rain in paint. Now I'll try and show you what this is like. It's really difficult. I knew it were a gamble. It forecast rain for later on today, but as you can see, my timing were wrong. I finished up with a totally ruined paint job. So I'm going to give this a week to harden, rub it down in a week's time, and have another go. I'm totally gutted, but I've just been that pissed off with waiting for weather to sort itself out that I just thought, sod it, I'm going to give it a go. Anyway, it's bit me on arse, but yeah, lesson learned. On upside, I bought a new spray gun. It were only cheapin', one of these Chinese doings things. It's called an R500, and it's specifically made, it's only got a 1.3 nozzle. They're specifically made for small compressors, and they're called, it's here actually, faffing about showing you that. It's called R500, and it's for small compressors, but it's saved because it's only got a 1.3 nozzle. It's called an LVLP, which is low volume, low pressure, which means you don't need a lot of pressure and you don't get a lot of overspray, which, if I were painting something inside this van, inside this garage, it would have been great. But because van's too big, I can't perform in here. And I'm really happy with it. To say, I think it was 40 quid off for eBay, either 40 quid or 45 quid delivered. I know it weren't a lot of money, but it paints really well. Before I bought it, I read a few reviews. Well, I watched a few reviews on YouTube, and they were getting really good results, and it weren't using a lot of paint, because with high volume, high pressure paint guns, you do get a lot of overspray, so you waste a lot of paint, and paint's really expensive. Back in early 80s, when I was doing a paint job, when I was doing them regular, I could do a paint job for about 100 quid. But materials have gone up that much now. I know times have changed, like, and everything's gone up. But to paint this van, materials alone's cost me about 250 quid. Just in materials. I've got another litre of paint to buy now, because I've wasted a litre and a half on here, and I've got to rub it all down and start again. So yeah, but that paint gun were absolutely brilliant. Yeah, right pleased with it. So that was money well spent. But it don't make a silk purse out in a sow's ear, does it? So let's draw a line under it, and we'll come back another day when I've had a sulk for an hour or two. Come round to it for it were hardly any rain and all. Oh bugger. See them few spots of rain on that chair what I had outside? That were all only bit of rain what we had, but it were enough to totally screw my paint job up. So I'm not an happy bunny. It's difficult to show, but take my word for it, it's screwed up and I've got it all to do again. Right, I'll come back to you when we have another go. I've rubbed it down, which I hate doing, and I'm in a better frame of mind. So see you shortly. Right, I'm going to have another go at sorting this debacle out. I've started to rub down old paint, old rain damage, it's supposed to stay clear today, so it'd be nice if I could get it all rubbed down and painted, but I don't hold much hope at it. It's that rain's left quite a few. I'll try and get it in so you can see what damage it did. I don't know if you can make that out. Anyway, got to rub it all down again, so another 4 hours of rubbing down. Right, I'll get back to you later when I've made some headway. See you shortly. Right then, it's all been panel wiped down, rubbed down, panel wiped down and tight rigged. So now I'm going to have another go at chucking some paint at it, and hopefully rain will keep off. First coat's just going to be a tight coat, so it's going to be very light. Alexa, what are my notifications?
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. There's a low price offer from your wish list. Do you want to hear more?
No.
No problem.
Right, that's first dust coat on. Another 2 coats after this. Get 15 minutes between each coat because it's cold. Normally I get 10 minutes between each coat, but because it's cold out, it's still only 6 degrees, I'll get 15 minutes. Right, I'll not bore you with next 3 coats, I'll just come back to you once we've finished. See you shortly. Right, that's top off at van done. I managed to save it from disaster what rain caused. Just put masking tape off. Still a bit tacky, but considering it's only 8 degrees, spiders and flies come out of nowhere. Middle of winter, but yeah, as soon as you put a bit of paint on something, they come out of nowhere. But I'm pleased with how it's come out after the debacle what I had with rain. Very slight run there. Disappointing. But at the end of the day, it's middle of winter and it's an outside paint job. So yep, it's another tiny run there. Right, I'll get back to you when we're throwing some orange at it. See you shortly. Right viewers, today's the day. I'm going to try and get a bit of orange paint on this van. It's cold, but it's a nice dry crisp day. Shouldn't really be painting it. It's only 5 degrees, but if I don't get it done now, I'm never going to get it done because it's forecast cartload of snow for next week. So we'll have a go at putting some paint on and see what happens. I'm going to have to over thin it because it's that cold. To get paint to come out at gun, I'm going to have to really wet it down. But we'll see what happens. Probably finish up with a cartload of runs in it, but we'll give it a go anyway. See you shortly. Right viewers, that's 3 coats it's had. I've had to thin paint down that thin to get it to come through gun. It's that cold that it's really opaque, so it's taking a million coats to cover it. But we're getting there slowly but surely, but it means it's going to have a lot more coats than what I'd normally put on. But it's the only way I can get it to come through gun. I've turned pressure up, thinned it out. I'm risking getting runs, but it's all I can do. Right, I'll get back to you in a bit when we've chucked a million more coats on. See you shortly. Right viewers, I'm going to call this an end to video 15. It's been a long time coming. I know you've been a while without a video, but it's just been down at weather and Christmas and one thing and another. Anyway, what an epic that were, getting that in paint. It's not come out too bad. My bodywork's not great where I've done repairs, because once it's in colour it shows all dings up and whatnot. I have got one run and it's a doozy. That's it there. You can't miss it. So when it's gone hard I'll rub that down and before lacquer goes on. But considering its size at bus and conditions, it hasn't come out too bad. And to say I've only got one run, I'm pretty pleased. So next video, video 16, we'll have that door back on, we'll have it all stripped back, and we'll have its proper wheels on, its alloy wheels, and it'll have had some lacquer on. And then we've just got interior to work on then. But I know it's been a while for you guys, but this video it'll only be about here for an hour 40 minutes, but it's actually took me 2 months to get this far. It's been a right epic journey. But if you're still with me, thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later, fellas.